Hello and welcome to this book presentation of the history of the Peloponnesian War by Thucydides, written in the late 5th century BC. And this is a Franklin Library edition and it was published in 1980. The book is translated by Richard Crawley, but let's talk about the binding material. The book is full bound in black leather with gold engravings all around the book. And the leather is pretty thin and also not very soft, but it feels like okay quality leather. Nothing like Barnes & Noble's bonded leather and stuff like that. So absolutely a step up in quality compared to those books. But you can also see the fake raised ribs here on the spine with Thucydides, the Peloponnesian War, and the Franklin Library down here. The binding design doesn't stand out at all, but it has a very classic feeling to it, which is appropriate for this book. And of course, with all Franklin Library books, the pages are gilded. The Franklin Library did produce public domain classics books from 1973 to the year 2000, and it did vary a lot in quality of the books they made, and that started already in the 70s. So be careful if you decide to pick up a Franklin Library book, because not all of them are bound in the same leather quality, and the ones with bad quality doesn't have a rounded spine. I don't think they have a ribbon either, and they absolutely don't have the silk end papers. So be careful of that. I think the book collecting channel here on YouTube, The Leather Library, has shown one of those badly produced Franklin Library books. So check that out if you want to see what they can look like. And when we open the book up, we get these orange silken papers, very beautiful. These are very standard with Eastern Press nowadays also, and with all the good produced Franklin Library books. The history of the Peloponnesian War. And it says here that this is a limited edition, but it is not numbered. And it doesn't say the limitation, so yeah, I wouldn't really call it a limited edition, but sure, they are limited, so but you can say that about many books. Yeah, this is part of the 100 Greatest Books of All Time series, and here we can see it's translated by Richard Crawley, revised by R. Retham, and they have maps from a very early edition from 1629, and also just gonna skip ahead, and also the title page here is from that same edition. But the book is printed and bound in the United States of America. Here are the contents. With the 8 books. And then we have that title page. And then the history of Peloponnesian War again. Then the first book begins. And here you can see the chapter headings, very nice. I love the colors, the red color for the text. And you can see that the text size is medium-sized text and with numbering on the left margin. But this edition contains no notes whatsoever, just a full translation by Crawley. But the paper is very thick, really nice paper, very cream-colored, very warm looking paper, and it is of course acid-free, pH-neutral paper. Since this book is 37 years old, if it didn't have acid-free paper, then the paper would look quite bad, I expect. But this edition is in almost perfect condition for being a 37-year-old book. Very impressed with that. And I got it from the Ardis online book store in the UK. And the book also comes with this very thick silk ribbon. Probably the best ribbon in terms of quality that I have seen. Very thick and very good looking ribbon. So I'm pleased with that. And here you can see some of the maps. The book is 474 pages. The end papers at the back are the same. And the book is obviously Smith sewn with a rounded spine. And it also has a nice matching headband. And the book opens up fairly well, but it will probably open up even better after you have read it a bit. Thank you so much for watching this presentation of this ancient Greek classic by Thucydides. If you have any questions about this book, then please leave a comment and I will answer it as quickly as I can. Please check out my new blog also if you want to. The link is in the description. And you can also check out my Patreon page if you want to, with a link in the description as well, or a link up here. But other than that, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.